All right. I think we're live. I think I did this right for the first time ever. No way. Yeah. It only took me about 2 years to figure this out, but I finally figured it out, and I'm so stoked. I am so stoked. Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully you're having a great day. I want to hop on here for a live stream for a little bit. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever. Quick life update. So I actually finished my second last semester of school. Not technically, but I finished all the schooling part. I finished one of my 2 exams. I have one more exam next Friday. And I have like an 8 or 9 day gap between exams. So obviously, I'm going to be fishing. But after that exam, I'm fully done for the winter break, and I have a whole month off, which I'm planning on doing a lot of fishing. I need to get my fishing in. I've been studying all past couple of months. I've been studying since May, so it's nice to finally have like a break where I don't really have to worry about anything school related, at least. But yeah, I just finished rigging up for tomorrow's fishing session. Actually, I'm gonna hit the rivers tomorrow, and see if we can get on a couple fall steelhead. And I've been checking the ice too. I've been itching to go ice fishing. I actually want to show you guys some of the stuff I picked up at the Canadian Tackle Store for their Black Friday sale. I'll have it right here. Show you guys what I'm excited about for this winter season. And yeah, sorry, just getting to check the video resolution. How's the video resolution for you guys? It's just so I'm using like 2 softwares to stream right now, and it's just 1 second, guys. Well, I mean, I can't change it now because I'm already streaming, but let me know what the video resolution is like for you guys so I can fix it in the future. But I have been checking ice. I have a webcam up north actually, and I have been checking daily on the ice conditions. Just a couple days ago, we got a nice thin layer of ice. So if it was to be cold the next couple of days, I think it would freeze up 3 or 4 inches. But the fact that we're getting rain and snow this weekend, it's warming up a little bit. I don't know how it's going to be. The snow will insulate, even if next week is super cold, which is supposed to be. If the snow is going to insulate the ice that's underneath, and it's not going to, grow, I guess, as fast. But I don't know. I have a whole week off next week, so I might drive up to North Bay or something if there's safe ice. So let me get to a couple of your questions first. I'm going to show you guys what I picked up at the Canadian Tackle Store. What's my PB bass? I'm assuming you mean largemouth, and that is 5 pounds, 580. It's 5 pounds 80 ounce. No, 580. It's 580. It's like I think it's 511 or 512 if you convert it to ounces. And I caught it on the original chatterbait in summer craw color. I have it hanging up on my wall actually, so it's retired. But I caught that fish like 5 years ago now. This year I caught a couple fish that were a couple ounces short of my PB, but I haven't been able to break that 6-pound largemouth yet. You getting out on some ice? I hope so soon. I hope so. I hope next week, man. I really hope so. I'm itching to get out on the ice. Hey Seb, how's it going? Thank you for the lovely donation. Fern is wrapping up finals next week, then 2 weeks off from school. Yeah, I'm getting actually 4 weeks off from school, which is a little ridiculous, but I'm excited to do a bunch of fishing. It's at 480. Okay, so next time I'm going to try to work on that resolution because I didn't even know that it's set at a lower. I'll fix that for you guys next time. It's this Sunday, next Sunday, we have nice cold weather down here in Muskoka. Really? That's good. That's really good. I thought it was supposed to warm up this weekend, but I guess not everywhere. Quick question, deciding on a 902S or a 901S. Looking at hair jigs and small bottom contact, how do you like your 902? Order Twin Power to pair up with it. First of all, Twin Power is a great choice. I love that reel. Aaron actually has a Stella, and it compares to it. It's a couple $100 cheaper, and it's very similar feel wise. I love the Twin Power. As for the rod, the thing about the 901, the thing with the NRX JWR, the jig and worm rods, is that they're pretty fast action. So if you're planning on using hair jigs, I would go with the 901 just because you have a little bit more give, I guess you can say, in the middle of the rod, which kind of compensates for that fast action, because you do kind of want a little bit more of a softer tip. Small bottom, I don't know. I would use a 901 for hair jigs and a 902 for small bottom contacts. So you can message me on Instagram and we can talk about it later. But the 902 I use it for spy baits, hair jigs. I haven't really used it for bottom contact, but I have used it for drop shot baits, and it's been pretty sweet to me for sure. I would have liked the 901 for hair jigs though. I do think the 902 is a tad little bit too heavy. What is the first bait you're going to drop through the ice this season? I'm assuming I'm going to be getting on some perch crappie first before I get onto Simcoe. So I'm probably going to send down a tiny little tungsten size, I think 10 it is, head with a tiny, actually, do I have any here? I think I have some here, with a tiny plastic on there. Or I might throw on like a BV or something. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. My go-to little finesse ice fishing stuff. Or I might tie on a BV depending how I'm feeling. I actually restocked at the Canadian Tackle Store. They had a pretty sweet Black Friday sale on a couple of the stuff, like the Z Viber. But I picked up a couple more colors of the BV. I used it last year a fair bit, and I did really good. Aaron did really good for perch on it, actually. So I got two of these guys. Hopefully you guys can see that okay in the lighting. And I picked up Zebra glow-in-the-dark one, and this like green, almost like a sexy shad color right there. So those are new additions. Also planning on doing a little bit more walleye fishing this year, hopefully at least. And I do very well for perch and splake actually on the Freedom Minnow hammered minnow, I think it's called. It's this guy right here. I personally like the silver and blue a lot, and I like the orange bead on there. So I got the size up, as you guys can see. It's a little bit heavier, it can get down a little deeper, a little bit bigger, a little more flash. So I got two colors of those. Of course, the silver blue must have, favorite color for sure. Canadian Tackle Store had a sale on BVs. I caught a couple fish on the pink ones, so I picked up this like cool looking kind of odd color. We'll see. I like trying new stuff. So, and I got this little ice box for it too. The reason why I got this ice box is I have been previously carrying on my like little jigs and crappie and perch stuff in a 3600 box, and like that's a pretty big box for these tiny little jigs and all that stuff. So I actually measured this box out, and this box fits in my snow pants, in my FXR like bib pants. So I picked it up so I can keep it in my pocket when I'm hole hopping and all that stuff. And I'm pretty happy with it. It fits everything that I want it to fit. So like that, as you guys can see. So yeah, pretty happy with it. Other than that, got some of these guys. I caught a couple crappie on it last year. This color, it's the Tetra Works Pink Flake color. I like pink, picked it up. And as for Simcoe stuff, I don't throw a lot of rattle traps on Simcoe, and I probably should. I got another one of these just in case. I only have one, so this is kind of like a spare for me, just in case I get on that late season rattle trap bite, I guess. So that's the Thule perch. You guys fish Simcoe probably know about it. And this stuff is pretty cool. So Seb came out with these Delio heads. I don't know if you guys can see these. They're pretty much jigging heads, or meant to be jigging heads for Simcoe, with eyes on them. As you guys know, the LB Goby has eyes on it for a reason. We wanted eyes on it just because we have a lot of confidence in soft plastic with eyes. It gives the fish the ability to kind of orientate the front of the bait, and makes them look a lot more realistic. So not all soft plastics, as you guys probably know, have eyes. So Seb came out with jig heads with eyes, so you can put any soft plastic you want on there. It has a pretty stout hook, has a little bit of a longer shank, and of course it has those eyes. Let me show you guys what kind of Seb put me on. So this thing right here, this is the Angler's Choice Ned Hog. I don't know if you guys have seen any videos of me using this. I kind of used it a lot 2 years back. Not a lot this year. I haven't really Ned fished this year much, but I actually use it a lot on the drop shot. Either way, I picked up some mud minnow ones. Let me show you. And some Goby colored ones. But what he did, look at that tail quiver. I'm not even moving the bait and the tail's quivering. That's crazy. But what he kind of like made up, I guess, is sticking this Ned Hog on one of these heads. Let me show you guys how it looks. I'm pretty excited about it. Of course, I'm stoked to fish the LB Goby again just because I have so much confidence in it. But some of those tougher days, or if we're fishing around people and maybe we want to downsize a little bit, this will be key. Let me thread this on and show you guys. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Oh, I messed it up for sure. Oh, I messed it up. Get on there. There you go. I definitely did not rig it straight, but you guys will get the idea. Look at that. I'm not even moving, I'm trying not to move my hand, and that tail is quivering. Look at that. That's so sick. And the hook shouldn't have an issue with a lake trout either, so. Look at that. That's so sick. That's so sick. Yeah, so I got a pack of the mud minnow and the Goby. This is that mud minnow color, nice like brownish almost. That's so sick. Okay. And of course I picked up some of those heads. Just even like the LB Goby will fit on there, but I got it mostly for some Ned Hogs. And of course I got Aaron a pack too that I have here. So yeah, that's kind of what I picked up at the Canadian Tackle Store. It got me so stoked for ice fishing. You guys have no idea. What is my dream fish to catch? I don't know. I think this year, I don't know if I'm going to break my PB crappie. I caught my PB last spring, or this spring, I guess. It was 15 inches, so it's going to be pretty hard to beat. But a 10-pound walleye, I think I want a 10-pound walleye this year. I think that'd be pretty cool. Or like a big splake. I caught like a 22.5 incher 4 years back, and I haven't caught anything close to it since then. So maybe I'll spend more time, especially early season since I'm kind of off, targeting some like splake, brook trout, rainbow trout, and all that stuff where they're open. Happy holidays, guys. I guess it's almost holiday time. I broke my left arm, and I'm right-handed. I still want to fish. Any suggestions? Can you reel with your left arm? Because I guess you can't hold the rod in your left arm, right? Just switch arms. Just take the spinning reel or handle out and switch it over. Try that. I broke my arm a couple years ago, but I didn't fish for that time. The first video I watched you posted was the SLX DC video. Yeah, you guys seem to really like those videos. I've been getting a hard time bringing new stuff in, just because Shimano's so low stock. But I have a couple SLX, Corrado, Vanford videos planned once I can get my hands on them. So stay tuned for those. SLX DC or Corrado DC. I think I made a video on this, but Personally, for me, I like the feel of the Corrado DC more. I don't necessarily think that there is further casting distance or better like spool control with either of them. I just think the frame is the main difference, and for me personally, I like the feel of the Corrado DC in my hand. But if you're just mainly buying a DC just because you want the DC technology, SLX DC will perfect for that. But other than that, like I said, I do prefer the Corrado DC. What's your favorite Goby imitator? Well, I don't think I will do my bait justice if I don't say LB Goby, just because we thought of that color. So I'm going to say the English choice, Ridgeback Goby and LB Goby. SLX versus SLX XT. Is the XT really worth the $30 more? I've never used VBS brakes. So VBS brakes are actually technically like an older braking system. A couple of the Corrado models from a couple years back have them. The main difference with the SLX and the SLX XT, if I remember correctly, because I haven't really touched up on that information in a long time, is the frame itself and, of course, the braking system. Personally, again, for me, I can just share my opinion with you guys. If you guys want to see like an actual like specs comparison, you guys can type in SLX versus SLX XT or something like that in my channel. I have a whole video on it. But for me personally, I like it. It reminds me more of a Bantam. It has an aluminum frame, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And I just enjoy fishing the XT more. I like the way it feels in my hand more. A little bit more compact and square shaped, I guess. But again, if you want more details, check out that video. I'll trade you a working class 0, DRT Clash 9, Joe Thief for one of your piss swim baits. Mark, I don't know about that. I only got 2 and I cherish them greatly, so I don't know. The baby carp is my absolute confidence bait. It's if I'm throwing a swim bait, that's probably what I'm throwing, just because I know I can get bit on it. And the Riot Crank, I caught a stud this year, my biggest largemouth this year, so that's not going anywhere either. So, and to be honest, I have a Clash 9. I have 2 Clash 9s, and I don't really use them. They're sick. They're really erratic, and they're really like not hard to control, but they kind of do their own thing. So I haven't really fished it much other than for pike, but pike, I absolutely love it. Seb can attest to that. Seb saw how much pike we're loving that Clash 9. Have you tried the BBs? Yeah, I have. I used the BBs last year. I actually picked up a bunch of new colors if you want to skip back in the live stream. Actually, Aaron used them more than I did, and he had a lot of success for them with perch. I used them for perch, and I think I caught a splake on it as well, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I like them a lot. You should catch a burbot. That would be impressive. Stay tuned for my next ice fishing video from last year, Simcoe Adventures, I guess. My first burbot ever is in that video, so I have caught a burbot. It'll be on the channel here soon. So, hey, how much ice do I have? I have 0 ice where I live. Up north, one of my webcams shows about a solid inch, so very safe. I don't think there's a lot of safe ice in Ontario right now, unless you go like North Bay and north of North Bay. Again, don't quote me on this. I don't want you guys going through or anything, especially early season. Always spud your way out. The ice may not be safe and it may not be consistent, so be careful. But I think north of North Bay right now is what you're looking at. So, AK loves the Corrado DC. That's a sick reel. It's a sick reel. It's great for... I stuck it on my 7.2 medium Zodius, and I use that setup for a lot of my smaller rhythm waves, or my 3.8-inch rhythm waves. I'm able to cast out that small bait really, really far, even in the wind, so I love it for those finesse applications. What's your favorite cover and open water glide bait? Well, I love my Biz Baby Carp, and I fish it open water and cover. I guess I know that's technically not what you're asking. Cover glide baits have more of like a quick, tight action in open water, more of an S motion, but oh wow, I can't even think of it right now. I do like the tiny clash in without the lip and with the mode in with the tail in mode B. I like fishing that around trees a lot, just because I can always see it. It floats up, and it's really really erratic and seems to draw the fish out pretty well. I had a couple smallmouth actually chase me out last year. I couldn't get them to bite. I think I spooked them with my boat, but there was like 5 or 6 of them in a tree, and they all came out after. It was pretty crazy. Will I do more live bait? Probably not. I don't really use any live bait. I use live bait sometimes when I go fishing with my parents, just because they want to, catch some fish and go home. But I don't think I will. Maybe for pike. Maybe I'll get some tip ups for pike, and maybe I'll do that. But I don't have any I don't have any plans to fish more live bait. Let's just say it that way. Ever fished the Speed or Morosa in Guelph? Yeah, I have. I go to school there, so I haven't filmed any videos there, but it's a pretty cool system. I've never really fished like rivers for bass and pike, so it's a pretty cool change of scenery. Do you think it would be better to get a Dakota 12-volt battery for the sonar, or get a power box and charge a sonar on a camera phone? The only issue I see with getting the power box for the sonar, camera, and phone is that you're going to have to carry it separately from the graph unless you mount the graph on top of the power box. So for me personally, I would get a 12-volt 10-amp battery, stick it in your ice fishing system, and go that way. Just get like a portable charger for your phone. Shimano has not sent me the Corrado 300, no. Yeah, Muskoka, some lakes, but very thin. Yeah, I think you gotta go way more north than that for safe ice right now. Did you get a different portable hut this year? I did not. To be honest, though, I've been using Aaron's hut. I have like a pop-up 5-person hut, I think it is, or 4-person hut, and I don't bring it around with me anywhere. I hate setting it up by myself. Flip over is a lot easier. Aaron has a thermal flip over, and we usually fish together anyways, and if he's not with me, it's probably because he's working and he lets me take it. So same hut, same 2-person flip over hut this year, and I love it. I love that hut. It's so much. It's so great. So much easier than a pop-up. Apparently hot dogs work well for tip-ups for pike. That's pretty sick. I haven't tried that. I've heard of people doing that. I've never tried it though. Run the lithium charge after each use. When are you done with school? So I have one more exam on next Friday, and then I'm off for I think 3.5 or 4 weeks. So I got a lot of time off, a lot of time to fish. I'm just hoping we get a cold spell and we get some ice up here, because what? Northern water has 6 to 8 inches? What? I'm so jealous. We don't even have like 2. I know some people have been ice fishing. I don't know where they were, but their ice looked really sketchy and I wouldn't personally go on it, but we don't have that kind of ice here right now. I'm so jealous. What's one swim bait you want for Christmas? For Christmas, I want Little Creep from the Piz Santa. It's not gonna happen. But no, I think I'm pretty set on swim baits. There's a couple of baits I obviously want, but they're kind of hard to attain, so I don't know if I will, unless I get on a drop or something. But maybe the Piz Santa Claus will drop one off for me. Oh, okay, so Minnesota has solid ice because they haven't had snow. Yeah, we're getting hit with snow this weekend and early next week. So that's going to insulate the 1 inch that we have underneath and going to make it really, really hard for it to get thicker, unfortunately. I don't know. I have all next week off, so I may just drive up north and see if I can find something. I also don't want to go through, so I'm obviously going to be very, very cautious with that, but I'm very impatient and I'm itching to get out on the ice. Oh, I want to show you guys something. Let's look at this thing. Look at this thing. So I don't know how I feel about this rod. Let me know what you guys think. I picked it up this year. It's a Sedona combo. First of all, Sedona combo, such a sweet deal. You get a Sedona reel, either 500 or 1000 size, depending on the rod, and a Sedona rod with cork. So, huge fan of this combo, I guess you could say. But I picked up a 30-inch ultralight. Look how soft that is. It's so soft. I'll probably be able to feel like a crappy sniff on my jig with this rod. Look at that. I'm really excited. I need to spool it up. I haven't decided if I'm going to put a regular Power Pro or Ice Power Pro yet. The Ice Power Pro still kind of freezes up, but it doesn't expand as much as the regular Power Pro, and I usually fish for crappie and perch and all that stuff outside. That's why I usually spool up Ice Power Pro, but this is gonna be sick. I'm literally gonna be able to stick a jig in front of a crappie's mouth and feel them like approach it. It's gonna be so sick. We'll see. I'm not gonna say much until I use it, but we'll see. John, Merry Christmas to you too. Do I have any of Sebastian's marabou hair jigs? Wait, no. I caught a fish on one this year. I caught a fish on a black one this year. I didn't fish hair jigs much. But I did catch a smallmouth on Lake Simcoe this year on his jig. I like it. I like the hook on it. It's really stout. It's nice. What's your biggest fish through the ice? My biggest fish through the ice is actually, it's a lake trout. It's a lake trout. I haven't caught a big lake trout in a fair bit. I couldn't get one to bite last year for some reason. I don't know how big it was. Let me show you guys the picture. I don't know how big it was. It was, I don't even know. I don't remember. It was definitely like 15 pounds. 17 maybe. Here, let me just find it, guys. I have to scroll all the way down my Instagram. If you guys have any more questions, stick them into the live chat. I'm going to give this live stream another 5 minutes or so. Let me just quickly look for this photo because I don't remember. My photos synced a couple days ago and everything's so unorganized. Okay. Yeah, where's this photo? Why is it gone? Okay, let me go on Instagram. I'll find it. I've been on the ice already. No way. I shouldn't have moved out. That's pretty sick. I'm jealous, dude. I'm jealous. I'm going river fishing tomorrow, actually, so probably going to be my last time or second last time, depending if I go this weekend. Just because it's going to get super cold next week, and I don't really feel like standing on the bank and freezing. But I've only been out once this year so far, so I just dipped my toes. Haven't done much river fishing this year, so I'm kind of a little stiff, I guess. Here it is. Hopefully that loads on there. That's my biggest ice fishing fish. Caught on Seb's rod too. This is the first time we went ice fishing together. I had no idea what I was doing. So. Great content this season. How do you organize your lures for ice fishing, say walleye and crappie? I got you. So, previously I have been using one of these boxes, 3600 boxes. All my boxes are waterproof. They gotta be waterproof if you're ice fishing. Get stuck in the snow. You don't want water going through and rusting everything. So previously, I was using one of these guys. The issue I had with it is that the slots are really big and I have a lot of like tiny little jigs and all that stuff. So I didn't like it flying around everywhere. So a couple weeks ago, I picked up this bad boy. This is the Bass Mafia Ice Box. They also have a 3600 box, maybe a little smaller, with like tiny, tiny little dividers, so you can fit like a lot of tiny stuff everywhere. But this is how I organize all my like perch, crappie, I guess walleye as well stuff. Got all my little jigs. Oh, first of all, I got treble hooks for my tip ups, but I have little jigs. I have some tier catfish, Z-Viber, and some Swedish pimples, and then slab grabbers, because you gotta have slab grabbers if you're perch fishing. BVs, and then the Freedom Tackle hammered minnows, which I love. So that's kind of my box right now. Probably gonna stay that way. I have a couple of BVs that are missing, but other than that, it's pretty much all I use. So, are you and Aaron going to Cuba this year? No, we are not. The borders are closed. I don't want to get COVID, so we're not leaving Ontario this year. That's my next question. That's the next question. Where are you going south to fish again? I really wanted to take a trip down this spring, fish like down the States all the way down to Florida. But unfortunately, COVID happened, so that's not happening this year. Maybe in the next year or a couple of years when everything dies down and I feel safe going. So... how do you like to shoot on an ice comb? Have you ever landed a big fish on it? I haven't landed a lake trout on it. Here, let me show you guys the one I use. This is the 40-inch medium heavy rod. This is the heaviest rod I have, actually. Still a fair bit of give to it if you're fighting fish, but it's definitely has a big backbone. And on there, it came with the 1000 size, again, the Sedona combo. I haven't landed a lake trout, but I have landed whitefish on it. That's the biggest fish I've landed. I think, well, I don't know how much they weigh, like 5-6 pounds. I like it. The only issue is with treble hooks. It is a little bit stiff, so I feel a little bit weary fishing treble hooks on it, unless the treble hooks are big, because I don't want to rip it out. But it's great for like tubes, swim baits, single hook baits, in my opinion. I use the 36 medium for all my treble hook stuff. New Zealand, how's it going? That's sick. I bought the same Sedona 40. Let me know how you like it. I'd love to hear. Any target species? Not really. I would like a bigger walleye and a bigger splake this year, but other than that, did you ever say a? All my key. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't, I guess. So okay. We've been on for 33 minutes. I am going to head off here, sign off here, I guess. So thank you guys for joining. If you guys want me to do another live stream, let me know. I may do one on Instagram in a couple of days, maybe when I'm fishing or something like that. But yeah, thank you guys for joining, and I will see you guys in the next one.